Good morning, crafty viewers. So before I got started making cards with the World of Good Suite, I wanted to walk you through the Memories and More card pack and some of the other things that went with the suite so that you can see them up close and in detail before I started putting them on cards. Sometimes when you have a Memories and More card kit and it says that there's 25 things that come in it, you don't really know what they look like and what you do with them. And I want to show you what was in the card pack. So let's get started. There are a handful of different colors that are in this card pack. We got some Mossy Meadow, Early Espresso, some of the new Misty Moonlight, some of the Cinnamon Cider, and a little bit of Bumblebee. And it coordinates with this lovely paper here. And I'll flip you through this real quick. And excuse my puppy in the background playing with lamb chop. You can see I've already cut some of this up to make cards out of it. This is probably, this is the Cinnamon Cider, and there's a globe print on it. Probably my favorite piece out of all of them. This one has some of the brass foil. And Bumblebee on the other side, also with a world map. It's kind of a textured background. There are a handful of papers in this set, this one in particular, that go really well with the Come Sail Away bundle, which is now available as a stamp and die set. There's a little bit of a nautical kind of theme to it, a little bit of world traveler theme to it. And this one's really cool. I really like this sheet. So to start off with the Memories and More card pack, I will take you through the specialty cards that come in at first. And there are 4 cards that have sticker elements on it. So they aren't single-sided, they're actually stickers that will help you make cards if you want to use it for cards, or obviously you can use these elements in creating your Memories and More pocket pages. I thought that these were awesome elements to add on to card fronts. So this one's a bunch of little globes and little circles. This one is labels and little triangles. There's Squeaky Puppy. This one is really useful if you don't have the stamp and die set that come with the World of Good Suite. At least here's some elements that you could use that resemble the suite. Now this is the new brass paper, and let me pull that out real quick. These are the brass foil sheets that coordinates with, and all the elements in this set are based off of the brass. The brass is brand new. You can hear me pulling it out of the packaging. And it is a single-sided brass foil sheet that you can use as embellishments on your cards and your projects. So that's this sheet. And then there are a handful of specialty cards that also come in the pack. This is very similar to this sheet. It's a separate standalone card though. These are 4x6 and they are one-sided for the specialty ones. We got the Misty Moonlight globes. That I'm sure could be punched out with a die. You could have how many different globes that you could put on the front of a card. Big giant globe. This is in the Early Espresso. And this was probably my favorite one, especially of the smaller cards. Work, play, travel, repeat. Work, play, travel, repeat. So for those of you that like to travel, this is, or dream of traveling, this is an awesome, awesome paper suite. So on to the big cards. There are only a handful of the big cards. I think I have them all. I don't think I misplaced any in between the two. There is a total of 25 cards. So this one is Life is an Adventure. And then in what looks to be perhaps crumb cake on the back, a map of Europe. There's a sextant to do journaling or to use as a card front. These are 4x6, which mean that you would want to use the coordinating card fronts that coordinate with the in-color paper pack. And they were made specially to fit the 2 Memories and More card suites. There's also another one, which I'll be walking through later on after I get done with my World of Good projects. And that is the Flowers for Every Season. So between the two, you can make lots of cards using those card bases and coordinating envelopes. And I'll have a link for that down in the show notes below. This one's cool for a card background, but you could also trim it down for a card front. The world is yours. This would make a great graduation card, and this is that time of year. Enjoy the journey. It's also that time of year when people start to retire, and so this would make a perfect card. Cut that apart, use that as the front. Although I do kind of like this black and white map on the back, and you'll see that in an upcoming project. This is green writing, or white writing on a green background. I think the world is you. Very nice masculine Valentine's card, perhaps. This is probably my favorite one, and I realized actually one that could be recreated in a smaller scale if you use the Sailing Home stamp set. So if you use up this, and there are 2 of all of these in the pack, you could see that this compass is something that's in the Sailing Home card set that you could, with a piece of the cinnamon cider paper and some early espresso ink, replicate this and kind of make your own designer series paper. And then this one was probably one of my favorite ones because I really liked this image of the compass and thought that this would make a great card, just cutting that piece out, and then you'd still have a strip up at the top that you could cut off and use that for a greeting on the card. So there's 2 of these, and I thought that this was a very, very versatile card. Oh, I forgot to show the back of that one. And here's the back of this one in case you wanted to use it in a Memories and More page to slip in next to a picture and journal down what you guys were doing while the picture was being taken. But I really like this side for a card. And then walking through the smaller cards, these are 3x4, and these are perfectly sized for card fronts. And you can see the bumblebee. You can hear the dogs in the background having fun in my office. Of course, they know I'm trying to film a video. Sorry about that. And globe, black. I really like this one. This one actually I'm using in 2 cards. This was one of my favorite ones, even though I'm not a big fan of yellow. I just thought that it was really easy to put a sentiment right here and be done. However, the back of it's equally as awesome. So I actually used up both of these, and I'd probably use up more if I had them. Dream, Discover, Explore. Now moving into some of the bluer ones. Here again is that smaller scale sextant, looking off into the distance. But look at that. Life is meant for adventures. And that's also, you know, what a great retirement card if you have someone in your life that's retiring or graduating, especially from college. Here is a little globe background. World map on the back. Again, with the nautical theme, this would go really well with a stamp of a sailboat in the background. And this would be great for a thank you card. Some of the misty moonlight handwriting. And so the venture begins. Again, another retirement card. I call this my Greta Thunberg card, Be the Change You Wish to See in the World. And again, with that motif in the back, work, play, travel, repeat. This one, however, is not in foil like this one is, but it is in multicolor, so that's also kind of cool. I really like this one too. Here, if you want to use it for a Memories and More page. Here, if you want to use it as an easy card front. So there is a really good selection of blues and greens in this card pack, which do go very well with the Mossy Meadow and the Misty Moonlight. Very alliterative. But we got some crumb cake thrown in there as well. Today was a great day. Now, the colors that are in this set, some are new and some are part of the existing colors within Stampin' Up. And I thought I would show real quick the difference in color between the Night of Navy and the Misty Moonlight. And I think these are two very complementary colors that go very well together. So you can see that Misty Moonlight's a little bit lighter. It's almost along the lines, this is a little bit more of a gray tone than the Dapper Denim was, but it's a close cousin to Dapper Denim. Now the other thing that I did get with this set was the ribbons. And you can see here, these are all really nice 1/4 inch ribbons. They're easy to work with. They're very supple. And they're in the Misty Moonlight, the Cinnamon Cider, and then this one isn't quite the same type of ribbon. This one's more of a suede ribbon, and that one is the Early Espresso. Now, what's really cool, and you'll see this in a couple of my cards, is that these go with these embellishments and create a really cool little belt buckle. I also suspect that there might be something Santa related when it comes to Christmas time using the little belt buckles. So how cute is that? Put that on a card as a little band around the belly. There are also some other elements that are part of this Antique Corners and Slides Elements set. We got some photo corners. And the photo corners have two different sides to them. So there's a side that has some diagonal stripes on it, as well as a side that has the swirls on it. So you get a total of 30, I'm guessing 15 of each, of the slides and the corners that you can use on a card. Or scrapbook page or project. It would make cool corners on a box, like a box to hold cards, although you'd probably go through the whole set of it for all the corners on a box, especially if you did the lid. But those are the antique elements. So that's a quick walkthrough of the new World of Good suite and all of the different coordinating pieces that come with it and some of the base cardstock. So hope you enjoyed that. Have a great day. If you enjoyed this video, please click the subscribe button down below. And if you want to click the little bell so that you can be notified when we post new videos. Thanks for watching.